And now, back to Louisiana Living.
And welcome back. I'm here with David Verlander, President of Northeast Louisiana Bar Foundation, here to tell us more about the Ask a Lawyer sessions. David, thank you so much for coming on Louisiana Living.
Thanks for having us back.
How are the sessions going?
Well, we have the third session tomorrow at Grace Episcopal Church on North 4th and Aaron. And people can show up at 4, and we'll start having lawyers sit down with them at 5, and we'll go till 7 o'clock, give or take. And it's going well. People have responded very well. We've had an increase between the first time and the second time. And
good.
I hope we get another increase tomorrow night.
Why is there a need for this type of event?
It's the nature of not only Louisiana, but this particular area of Louisiana has a fairly large population of folks who just can't afford to go hire a lawyer when they have questions or issues that need addressing. We are trying to provide, with volunteer lawyers, at least some assistance to folks so that they can get information, that they can get some guidance on handling legal matters in anything in non-criminal areas. But the need is basically that there's a high poverty level.
What type of legal matters do you address?
Well, civil matters, like as I said, non-criminal. The majority of the questions we've been getting relate to family law. We've had some relating to estate work, wills and estates, powers of attorney, things like that. Some relating to landlord-tenant and debtor-creditor issues. That's most of what we've been seeing so far. We won't take on advising people about things like a personal injury case because that generates a contingency fee. There are lawyers who will do that without having to be paid in advance. That's not where the need is. The need is on these other things where people would normally have to go find a lawyer and pay them by the hour, and they can't afford to do it.
How do you follow up once you speak with someone and they need possibly more advice? It
depends. They can certainly reach back out to us and ask us additional questions or ask us for follow-up. Some of the problems that they come to, it's just they need an answer to a question, and we sit down with them and give them the answer. Or they need a power of attorney, and we can help them generate one fairly quickly, and we do that. But if they need to reach back out to us, then they can. We have a website. It has an email address on it. It has the ability to look at our up-and-coming events, if you will, and post comments, and that if those need to be addressed, why the executive director, Juanita Gooding, will find a lawyer who's appropriate to address that, and we'll give them a call.
There's so much value in this. Can someone show up, or do they need to call ahead of time and make an appointment?
They just show up. They fill out a form that describes the nature of the problem they're asking for some advice about. And then we try to have them sit down with a lawyer who has some knowledge in that area to give them some guidance. And sometimes that guidance is, go get this information and call me back. And we try to help them out.
And we got about 30 seconds left. Are you in need of attorney volunteers?
Always. I mean, that's every pro bono project depends upon lawyers volunteering their time. We are trying not to ask lawyers for too much time. If they would just be willing to come out there like a couple of times a year for a couple of hours, if we can get enough people doing that, well, we're in business and we can keep on going.
It's rewarding, I'm sure.
It is.
David, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Great to have you.
Appreciate it.
Look forward to having you back. And up next, find out more about the Monroe Chamber of Commerce annual Christmas Gala. That's after the break here on Louisiana Living.